Welcome to my channel MS OldCoins today, where passion meets discovery, where curiosity meets hidden value, and where one remarkable treasure takes center stage. Get ready, because what you're about to learn might completely reshape how you look at everyday objects around you. Today's video is about 3 coin only, the Australia 50-cent coin from 1996 featuring Queen Elizabeth II, and in this script, you will learn its powerful history, the reason collectors chase it, and the maximum price this coin can reach when treated the right way. The story of the 1996 Australia 50-cent coin begins with a moment of national pride. Produced by the Royal Australian Mint, this coin was created during a period when Australia was strengthening its international identity and showcasing its craftsmanship through detailed coinage. Its design, weight, and 11-sided shape made it stand out instantly. The obverse side carries the elegant portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, representing stability, continuity, and tradition. Collectors worldwide admire this specific portrait style because it captures the royal era of the 1990s with sharp clarity and regal precision. On the reverse is the famous Australian coat of arms, featuring the kangaroo and emu, symbols chosen for their powerful forward movement. This symbolizes progress, growth, and the unstoppable future of the nation. This powerful symbolism is one reason many collectors feel emotionally attached to this coin. The 1996 mintage year is also special because this period produced coins with strong strike quality and durable alloy. Over time, well-preserved pieces remain crisp, and collectors pay high attention to coins that have survived in clean, untouched condition. This coin becomes valuable not only because of its history, but because of something even more important: demand. Worldwide collectors search for clean, brilliant, uncirculated versions of the 1996 50-cent coin, especially those showing full design details with no wear. And when demand rises, value rises. Another reason for its value is its metal composition. The 50-cent coin from this era is made from cupro-nickel, giving it weight, strength, and a premium feel. Collectors love coins that feel substantial in the hand, and this one delivers exactly that. But the rarest prize is the condition. If your 1996 Australia 50-cent coin is sealed, scratch-free, and has mirror-like shine, collectors may treat it like a premium-grade collectible. With proper protection, the coin can continue increasing in desirability every year. You can buy and sell this coin on online marketplaces, collector groups, auctions, coin fairs, and private buying circles. International collectors especially love Australian currency, so the global audience for this single coin is huge. Now let's talk about its selling power. While ordinary circulated coins sell for a standard range, high-grade coins can reach significantly higher amounts. Some collectors are willing to pay top premiums when they find a coin that looks untouched, pure, and preserved like new. That is why sealing it properly inside a protective case is extremely important. A sealed coin looks more professional, shows that you care about its condition, and instantly boosts buyer confidence. A well-stored coin can reach its true maximum value. As for the highest potential price, premium-grade examples, especially those with sharp edges, bright luster, and strong strike, have been known to attract offers that go up to $250 or more, depending on buyer demand and grading quality. Exceptional coins with perfect surfaces can even cross that mark when the right collector appears. So yes, this coin is valuable. Its value grows with presentation, rarity of condition, and how carefully you maintain it. A single flawless coin can become a highlight of any serious collection and a surprisingly strong financial asset. If you own the 1996 Australia 50-cent coin, treasure it, treat it like a long-term investment, keep it sealed, dry, and untouched. With every passing year, its charm and demand continue to rise. And now imagine showing your coin under bright light, capturing its shine on camera, and presenting it proudly to collectors who know exactly what they're looking at. That is the power of having a truly desirable piece in your hands. This one coin, just one, has the ability to transform from everyday currency into a premium collector's gem. Protect it, showcase it, and whenever you decide to sell, aim for the highest, because this coin is absolutely worthy of premium treatment. Next coin. This is the story and potential future of the 1997 Australia 50-cent 1997 ElizabethIICoin. Why it matters, what it might fetch now, and how high its value could go with the right collector. You'll speak to your audience as though holding one coin in hand, one coin, one chance. The 1997 Australia 50-cent coin was struck by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. Its official specifications: weight 15.55 grams, diameter 31.65 m, composition copper-nickel, part of the standard circulating 50C series introduced decades ago. On the obverse, it features the portrait of Elizabeth II, the so-called third portrait, a design that has become iconic among collectors of modern Australian coins. The reverse bears the traditional Australian coat of arms, the classic design meant to represent the nation's identity. In total, the mintage of this 1997 coin was around 4.34 million pieces. That is not extremely low compared to rare coins. In fact, for a modern circulating coin, that is relatively modest but still substantial. Because of that number, the coin is classified as common rather than extremely rare. So what is its value right now? According to catalogs that track traded coins globally, typical market values for 1990s 50-cent coins, including 1997, hover between roughly 56 cents and $6.13, depending on condition. Recently, some examples of the 1997 coin have appeared online selling for small amounts in Australian dollars. Listings around AU$2 to AU$4.75 have been seen, depending on where and condition. That suggests that for a standard circulated coin, real-world value remains close to a few dollars, far above its face value in some cases, but nowhere near extreme premium. But if you hold onto this coin, an uncirculated, well-preserved 1997 50C, should you believe it could become valuable in the future? Yes, there is potential. Collector interest in older coins, especially those with good condition, crisp details, and minimal wear, tends to grow over time. The fact that 4.34 million were minted does not rule out a collector's market decades from now. As collectors age, demand for complete sets of years increases, and more people may search for nice 1997 50C pieces to fill their collections. If such demand rises, and if you present a coin in pristine condition, ideally graded or professionally preserved, its value could climb beyond current averages. In optimistic scenarios, a speculator or serious collector might be willing to pay up to perhaps $15 to $20 for a top-grade uncirculated 1997 50C, especially in a set or as part of a full collection. It's hard to pin an absolute maximum, but that range seems plausible given how modern coin markets sometimes treat scarce mintage modern coins. What would make one coin special, and more likely to reach that upper range, is near-perfect condition, sharp edges, full luster, no scratches or wear, clean surfaces, and ideally certification from a professional grading service. Coins like that become collectible display pieces rather than everyday change. Therefore, for a viewer watching this video and holding a 1997 50C coin, the message is clear: treat it well, keep it safe. This one coin could be a quietly valuable asset in your collection. Preserve it, present it well, and down the line, someone who knows their coins may pay more than just pocket change for it. Because the coin was minted in a relatively modest quantity for modern circulation, and because many have been lost, spent, or worn, the survivors, especially those in uncirculated condition, naturally become more interesting over time. Their scarcity, relative to what remains in circulation, increases with each year. And while today's market price is modest, this coin carries historical significance. A snapshot of 1990s Australia under Elizabeth II, minted at a transitional time for world coinage. In 50 years, such coins may be viewed as nostalgic, collectible artifacts rather than ordinary currency. So in your hands you hold more than metal, you hold potential. One 1997 Australia 50-cent coin, preserved with care, could turn into a small but meaningful treasure with time. Think of it as planting a seed, nurture it now, and perhaps one day it blooms into something more valuable than many expect. Stay alert for demand from collectors, keep your coins safe from damage, and when the time feels right, don't be afraid to aim for the upper end. That 1997 50-cent coin could very well be worth far more than pocket change. Second coin, this is the story of the 1999 Australian 50-cent coin, ElizabethII, why it matters, what it's worth today, and how high its value could go in the future when you hold one coin, well preserved. The 1999 50-cent coin was struck by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. On the obverse, you see the portrait of Elizabeth II, the fourth portrait, by engraver Ian Rank Broadley, marking the first year this portrait appeared on Australian circulating 50-cent coins. The reverse carries the familiar Australian coat of arms, kangaroo and emu supporting a shield with state badges, a design that has represented the nation's identity on this denomination for decades. Physically, the coin is made of copper-nickel, weighs about 15.6 grams, and measures 31.65 macross flats. In 1999, the total mintage was substantial, around 20.3 million coins. Because of that, on paper this edition is common, one of the standard circulation issues for that year. Given that large mintage, at first glance the 1999 50C doesn't appear rare. But value in coin collecting isn't only about mintage numbers, condition, preservation, and demand play a huge part. Right now, many examples are still floating around, but clean, well-kept ones are more attractive to collectors than heavily worn pieces. As for how many people want to buy it, there is a steady interest among collectors of Australian coins, especially those building full-date, high-quality sets. Because 1999 was the debut year of the fourth portrait, some collectors regard coins from this year with a bit more interest than later runs. However, given the high mintage and large surviving population, demand tends to be moderate, not intense like for rare or low mintage coins. What is the current value? Based on coin catalogs and recent listings, typical circulated examples of the 1999 50C sell for around 40 cents to $3.50 USD, depending on condition. If a coin is uncirculated or in near-mint condition, some sellers list it around $3 to $4 or slightly above, especially if it shows good luster and minimal wear. But does that mean the value is truly high or low? Relative to everyday expectations, the current value is modest, only a few dollars above face value, yet this does not mean the coin lacks potential. For collectors, every 50C from 1999 is part of a complete set. A pristine specimen with perfect surfaces, clear detail, and no circulation marks is always more desirable than a worn one. Looking ahead, its future value might increase, especially if coin collecting trends shift, if people wish to complete sets from Queen Elizabeth II's reign, or if quality examples become scarcer as coins get lost, damaged, or melted down. With time, surviving high-grade coins will likely become more sought after. What could be the maximum price for an exceptional 1999 50C in top condition? If you hold a coin with immaculate surfaces, sharp edges, full original luster, and possibly certification by a grading service, in an ideal collector market, it could realistically fetch $10 to $15, or maybe a bit more, depending on demand, buyer enthusiasm, and provenance. That may not sound huge, but consider, this is a single ordinary-looking piece of pocket change. With care, display, and patience, it might appreciate several times over its current value. Moreover, owning such a coin is owning a piece of history. 1999 marks a change, the first year for the Rank Broadley portrait on 50C coins, bridging classical Australian coinage and modern issues. That historical significance gives the coin narrative value beyond its metal or face value. For a viewer watching this video, if you have a 1999 50-cent coin, don't dismiss it. If it's in good condition, maybe it's been tucked away, maybe it has a quiet shine, it might be worth more than you expect, especially to the right collector. Imagine you present it with lighting that shows the subtle shine of copper-nickel, the crispness of the design, the clean surfaces. That presentation can create interest. In the world of coin collecting, presentation, history, and condition matter a lot. Therefore, treat your coin with respect. Store it in a protective capsule, avoid exposure to humidity and air, and handle it minimally. Over time, scarcity, or perceived scarcity, of high-grade 1999 coins may drive up demand among collectors aiming for complete, pristine sets of the Elizabeth II era. So yes, the 1999 Australian 50-cent coin is valuable, not rare, but a quietly appealing collectible with potential to appreciate. A well-preserved single coin could be a small but meaningful asset. Hold on to it, keep it safe, show it well, and when the time is right, don't be afraid to aim for a higher price. Your 1999 50-cent coin might just surprise you.